Hi, I'm Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa, and today we're going to be doing a really cool technique with alcohol inks. We're going to be using Tim Holtz alcohol ink here, and this is called Pink Sherbet. This is the little applicator you can use, or you can also use a cotton ball. This right here is some washi tape, which I love to have in my stash. It's very, very helpful and really fun to use, and you can make a really quick creation just by using it. This is Archival Ink. It's called Jet Black, and this is also, let me show you the back of it here. It is by Ranger, and I'm going to say, yes, Jet Black, and the number is AIP06633. So, what we're going to do here is I want to show you right now this cute little creation in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October. So what I did is I used some washi tape and I attached the clear packaging, and I'll show you that in just a second, to the card, and I also stamped underneath Hope. That fits right into the ribbon there, okay? So we used the A Creative Journey with Melissa Awareness Ribbon Set Stamp Set 1, and we also used Awareness Ribbon Stamp Set 3. So these are the two that we used. These could be used for any awareness ribbon fundraiser or any of those things that you'd like to create something that really shows someone that may be struggling or fighting with a disease or a certain cause, and also for great journaling, pocket pages. It's really a great set of sets here. Okay, so we're going to put these aside. Now right now, I did create something ahead of time so that it was properly dry. I didn't think you wanted to wait the 5 minutes of us staring at the creation, so I will put that right on the side here. So let me give you a little bit more close up here. Okay, now as you can see here, this ink, look, that's the alcohol ink, and that's what happens when you put it on a clear non-porous surface. What I did was I have a few dies that I got, Sizzix dies specifically, and what I did was I actually took the packaging that it came in and I cut it down to pieces. Sometimes I leave it large like this. This is actually one that folds up like this, and I cut out the sides so that it worked for me, and then I could lay it flat. It's easier for storage, or you can actually cut them into strips, whatever you plan on using it for. So I have done that, and in doing so, I used it. I've been a little bit green today, so I've reused this packaging for this card. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to keep this here. I'm going to show you this. We're going to put the card aside. All you need, and it's really a simple card, all you need to do, and you can use this with any color that you want and any alcohol ink. I did use the chameleon marker ink, and I also tried the Copic marker inks. Those worked really well. However, it seemed to take more ink to create this look, so I decided to stick with the Adirondack inks by Tim Holtz. Okay, so we're just going to drip some of this here. And as you can see, I'm dripping quite a bit. Because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I wanted to make sure that the pink was very, very obvious. Okay, so then I'm taking this, which is, it's got a little cotton piece on here that goes so that you could use it for an applicator. Okay, and we're just going to kind of mess around with this a little bit. And sometimes the cotton does actually absorb some of the ink, but not all of it. And this has been used before, so it should give me back some. As you can see, it's doing just fine. Okay. And then just make sure you fill it in the areas that you want. And you can even push down a little bit more and get some more of the ink to come out of the cotton applicator piece. I apologize if the camera is wiggling. It's because I'm pushing too hard probably. But as you can see, it shows up pretty well. Okay? So that's what I did. Pretty simple. And then I set it aside. You can do one of two things here. You could actually put the ink on right here with the stamp. You can do it now or wait a little bit. I prefer to wait just a few minutes to make sure that the alcohol ink is dry, and then I will put the other ink on top of that. So we're going to put this aside, if I can pick it up. Okay, now this here, all I did was I took one of my clear blocks, I took my stamp, I placed it on here. Here, let me get that. Actually, I have it ready for you here. Okay, so I took the clear block, put the stamp on it, okay, and then I inked it with this archival ink, like this, and then I just put it right on there, okay? Now, the reason why, again, that I'm not doing it now is because I wanted to make sure that this would come off properly. I do have a wipe here, and all you need to do in order to get the ink off of this area with this specific archival jet black ink, this is the ink that I used. I have not found it to use or work with any other ink, so I suggest you just try it with this. I also have been told that you can't use the colors, that it only works with just the black. There's something with the black that does this, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're just going to take, this is actually a dried out Windex wipe, ironically, but you can use a paper towel or whatever, and you're just going to wipe it off. And as you can see, it has taken off where the ink was before. It's bizarre, isn't it? It's something with the chemical reaction. So then I just wipe it off. I'm gonna buff it a little bit. Again, I apologize for the shaking of the camera. And I think you can see it pretty well here, but I'm going to give you a close-up. And that, here, let me put it on white cardstock, that'll be easier for you to see. And that is what you get. So just make sure that you allow it to dry, okay? And like I said, if you want to put the alcohol ink on and then put the archival ink stamp, whatever your image is, on top and then let it dry, you can do that. That is what I did here, and it worked fine, but you want to make sure that you don't do it too fast, or else you may end up taking this ink in here, the inside detail, off. Okay, so what we would do here is you would take your stamp, which I'm going to grab mine right now, and I'm going to take out Hope. And actually, let's take the card out. This is just a blank piece that I had here. Whoops, knocking over stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take out Hope. I'm going to ink it. Place it right there. I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to approximate where I think it should go. Okay. We can close this ink up and put it to the side. And I could put that back. So then we're going to line this up so that it fits right in there. Okay. Make sure it's straight. Then we're going to take a little bit of the washi tape. If I could find the end of it. Just going to take a little piece. Just approximate measuring here. Just going to put it right on the edge. And then make sure I line that up so it looks right where the Hope is, right in there. Okay. And there's your card. Okay. Actually, let me straighten that little piece out. I think I covered it the wrong way. I didn't straighten it out very much. This is where my retentiveness and craftiness comes in. Let me put that a little bit more even. There we go. Okay, that's better. So now you have your two creations. Okay. Now I'm doing this a little bit backwards. I want to show you when you ink this here, what it'll look like. So you don't have to worry about being concerned it's not inked properly. Even if there's a few little circles or something in it, you're just going to ink it like this. Okay. And make sure that your image is fully inked, like so. And then I'm going to just ink it right here. Now it might be a little bit slippery. Try not to let it slide or you'll ruin the image. And that's it. And then what you'll end up doing is, once it is dry, you'll just wipe it off and it'll eat or take away that ink part where the alcohol ink was, and you're all set. So I hope you enjoyed this creation today. I really enjoy using this specifically for words, or if you have a little frame, it's really neat to do something like that. You could even color in the inside and just do a little frame and just put a word on the outside. There's a lot of different things you can do with this technique. But I really appreciate you joining us today, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Please be sure to join us on our YouTube channel and subscribe, as well as our blog. And we hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you for taking a creative journey with Melissa. Have a good day. Bye-bye.